What's up, everyone, and welcome to episode number 2 of the Great Blaster Inast podcast. Today, we are going to talk about a new mod that has come out the past week called Inazuma 11 Sigma, and as usual, I've got Caleb with me. What's up, bro?
Hello guys, today we'll be looking at the balance changes that this mod is gonna give us to the game and overall the quality of the mod, how it feels. Because we were the first, or let's say the very first people who got access to the beta test.
Yep. Okay.
Um, Pretty much the character that I want to start with is the Kai from Team Zero,
Yes.
the Paninato Ryuk Kishingai, who in the video I thought he got S guard, but he actually got S plus, and this one is crazy because I think it's just unhealthy for the entire game. Yes, he's B charge time. Yes, he's kind of balanced, but giving him all the way to S plus is something that I think personally just is not great for the health.
S plus is just so
Too
good,
much.
especially since we know that guard is favored in matchups. So like
Yeah.
in S plus versus A plus, if the S plus is on body in the calculation you get +1. But if the S plus is in guard against A plus body, for some reason it's -2. So S plus is a big step, especially with the double earth combination. I think, well, he absolutely destroys Kitaki. He
Yep.
is tied with Winell. He beats
Yep.
Badab. He beats Shu. I think the
Full adult
only.
as well.
Oh, yeah, Fudo Adult as well. Good point. I think the only person. He also ties with Mahoro, I think, because of
Yes, and
Wukong.
he kills an arc.
He absolutely does. And it's. He wins so many matchups now. Also, Kinako is absolutely lost. She already was before, but I think in a body mirror, Kinako could still tie with 8 body against
Yeah, I
Kai.
think she gets equal, or no, maybe she'd still
Well, now
lose.
she
I'm not sure.
now she doesn't anymore because now Kai
Yeah.
has S plus guard instead of A plus, which is
Hmm.
such a huge upgrade, and it's not the only buff he got because Eternal Blizzard also got buffed to 90 power.
Yeah, another side buff. And in extreme, his body went from like I don't know how much it was in the base game. I think it was like A plus. It went up to S, so he can go through Kinakumikshi. He goes through Kirino if he's not he doesn't have a supply. He goes through Fei. What else? If Denmark's shoe is without S plus guard, he is equal with it. He goes through the Narc, he goes through Sakuma. So this character pretty much got, if we compare him with his Strikers version, where he gets the C charge time, the A guard, and whatever body stat he had, I'm pretty sure it's A plus or A.
Yeah,
He got massively improved. Plus, he didn't have dashes. Neither Eternal Blizzard was a chain and with that much power. So pretty much, he just got ultra buffed in Sigma to a point where I would consider him being too unhealthy for the game. Like too OP to a point where if you don't pick him, you're trolling.
yeah, even B Gauge doesn't really change anything here since there's just so many ways for you to play him. I think he has the midfield charge profile as well. So if you want,
Yes.
you can just play a few red passes, especially if you place him at like offensive midfield or defensive midfield. It's easy to just get one or two red passes off, and you're almost back to being charged, or at least you're halfway there. So
Yep.
B charge doesn't matter as much because of this specific charge profile as well. So he absolutely does not feel like S plus guard, like B gauge, especially if you can essentially eliminate most of the rings except for Tenma and, well, Mahoro because you tie. So you
Mhm.
can always be charged soon again, which is kind of the same thing that Adult Tsunami did in Vanilla Strikers. He was still viable because of the S plus guard despite being a B charge because he didn't feel like a B charge character.
Yeah. So Kai pretty much. I don't know if they'll change him. I hope they change him to S at least. Just because then he can maybe kill Kitaki, still be equal with Fudu adult, equal with Badap. I think he'll be just a tiny bit more healthy for the game because Mahoro can go through. Shindu is now going to be equal, but you can always play a supply body for Shindu if you're, of course, bringing the armor. Pretty much, if they change it to S, I think it's okay. If they keep it S plus, I don't think it's okay. I'm so sorry. The balancing is out of the window.
Yeah, S is just a slightly better Kamumi, but S plus is an
Too
absolute
much.
monster. And speaking about S plus God, there's another Team Zero player who received the same buff, which is Yuki Joe, who also got S plus guard to absolutely annihilate Tenma. I don't really know how to feel about that one, although he is definitely not as strong as Kai, because I believe he doesn't have dashes. He
Yeah,
only
he doesn't.
has a level 2 dribbling, and
Claymore, yeah.
and he can't chain with 1,000 arrows, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's not a chain.
So this is an example where S plus guard is a little bit more balanced because you don't have all these other buffs that went to him beforehand in combination with a great moveset. His moveset is kinda mid, so it works for him to get buffed a little bit more. Although he already had S, so he was already able to tie Tenma, now he just
Kills
absolutely
him.
destroys Tenma's Tenma as well.
Yeah. For him, it's fine because he ties with Wineo. He wins with Kidu and Mephisto. It's okay for him. If you add more Tenma counters, I think we can shake our hands. But the moment you start adding different counters who are just sounding too strong, like Kabeyama adult with HR time, this sounds even worse than Kai. But it's just becoming how do I say it? Mashed potatoes, where you don't know how to counter the enemy team. And
Yeah,
there is another defense that we may touch later on in the video, Fracture House, being buffed to an actual defense with a shoot block in this mode. I hope
and 100
they,
move power as well.
yeah, they even buff the characters who represent the defense. But Yuki is fine because Claymore was buffed with a little more power, so yeah, he can go through Tenma's defense now, which is cool. But it's basically not that huge of a game changer. And then he can stop Tenma now, even Tenma X Arthur in Mixi, which is cool. Once again, he ignores invincibility. But once again, there is another option, Ryuzaki, which just, I would say, much better version of him. Although Ryuzaki has a little less TP or and a better dribbling though. So pretty much there is a
He's
choice. But yeah, now you have Yuki.
he's
Is it a good
somewhat
change?
balanced.
Yeah, I think that's a good change. It doesn't really impact anything. You may just notice it sometimes in draft tournaments, I think the most. But anywhere else, it won't impact it. I don't think you'll see him in any pro league or competitive tournaments or some shit like that. So pretty much, okay, not a huge change. Nice.
Yeah. On the topic of huge changes, I think the next thing to target is probably Fran, because oh my god, they absolutely made her perfect for any chain team and even no mesh teams if you ask me. She just became one of the best wingers in the game, adding magical flower to her moveset, which she also has in Miximax.
True, true. Like, she's to a point like Tayo, where she feels like a little overpowered, but then you don't have an armlet. Yes, you have a strong shoot block, much stronger than Ryusei Blade, but the area for it to reverse shots, it's smaller. It's like 2 units.
Yeah, too. Bro.
Yeah, so pretty much it's as strong as Great Max Nore of Zanark. It's not as weak as Kukichi Monchi of Tsurugi, but you're there, like you're good. You don't have dashes, neither the windbreak, so if you do a dribbling, you cannot escape that easily, or if you do a defense, you cannot escape that easily. but she's nice. She kills an arc, which is huge key changer. And only because of this matchup, I think if they want to balance her a little bit, B plus guard may be the best change.
Yeah, I agree. She also absolutely destroyed Kai, who we just talked about.
Yeah,
And
true.
I think what guard does she have now? A plus, right? I
Nah, they nerfed it to A.
Oh, they nerfed it to A. Okay. Well, that's a little bit better, but I don't know. I think aside from Kazemaru, still no defender can pass her. So
Mm-hmm.
it's still a little bit strong. I think she loses to Tayo though, and to Tenma obviously. Does she loses to Faye because of type and elements, right? Because of player element. So
Yes, also A plus body Faye.
I guess that change is okay, but playing her just felt really strong with that level 3 move. Both of us, Caleb and me, have played some test matches before. You'll find the channel links in the video description if you want to check them out. Um, so I guess it's alright, but I would maybe nerf her guard stat, as you already said, or her speed,
Yeah.
one of those two,
On top of
because
that, they made her having a chain.
yeah,
I'm not a fan of that, but it's okay. It's not a huge change. It's only for her because Genius, I think, only has
yeah,
that
Genius is
level
a better
two,
trainer.
and you don't use it on Genius either way. So
I
it's okay,
She can
but
work
I
like
don't
a
know.
better Tsurugi, I think, because her shot
Yeah,
block is
true,
better.
true.
She has a defense move. She has an dribbling, and she also has a level 2 chain, just with a bit different elements. So
And I think they buffed the power of it. If I'm not,
oh, did they?
um,
Yeah, they
I'm
might
not
have, to be
sure.
honest.
I'm not sure. Maybe it has more power than that drop by default.
I think it's on par with Mixi Dead drop, but I'm not entirely
Oh,
sure on that.
90. Okay, okay. Yeah, I see. So pretty much Fran went from being an okay character to I would consider actually viable character.
Yeah, she's definitely viable now.
The only problem I see is that in the test build we played, Shu had the level 3 defense and Shu had a guard, which made her dribbling of Fran being tied with Shu. And this just didn't feel great at all. It's not great.
Yeah, and since we're talking about Shu, let's just move on to him. He got Vanishing Cut as a level 3 defense move. Void Element, and in exchange his guard stat was reduced from A plus to A, I believe.
Yes.
Okay, so personally I think the guard nerf does absolutely nothing, and Shu is potentially really, really fucking broken now. Because
Absolutely.
we'll talk about Fractal House a bit later. Fractal House, I can already say that, is really not that great. Deep Jungle will most likely still be better, and it's not really close in my opinion. So, Shu in matchups against every Deep Jungle defender just beats them with Vanishing Cut. He beats Kazemaru because of type advantage and having a level 3 defense move. He destroys Onizuka because Onizuka only has a level 1 dribbling. Same goes for Sakuma. And even Torb also has a type disadvantage against Shu, so he also loses to the level 3 move. Think, what is Vanishing Cut's damage area? Do you know that? Because it's not that small, I believe.
I'm not sure about that. I
I'm guessing
haven't
it's
used that.
3. I'm guessing it's 3 units. So
I'm not sure.
what you can also see when you play the match and you have Shu up front, if he's charged, you can just run up to a defender, steal the ball, and manage a quick dash shoot break from nearly any position if you're halfway is a good no measure. So Shu is almost a must pick in no mesh teams now, and he already was strong before. So they just made Shu a lot more stronger. The only problem I can see with Shu now is that he might run out of TP, which I personally don't mind.
Yeah. So pretty much how to fix that. Okay, I already said nerf his guard, B plus, make him like Faye, even worse because he doesn't have a shield block. Another way, make the ring of the circle smaller, like Tenma defense. I think it will be way cooler because
Yeah.
you cannot catch defenders much quickly. It's just pretty easy as a nerf, and this does not impact Gomaki and Ryuzaki because Ryuzaki has a Kishin, which can ignore invincibility, and he has more power, and Gomaki has a shield block. So pretty much you only nerf Shu with this, except if they don't want to add it to another character.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything else? I don't know if they want to nerf Britannia Cross. They just buffed Mikado, which was a random change to S plus body. I don't think they will nerf that with the damage area, so pretty much Shu is going to be busted. You cannot escape that.
Yeah. I think Britannia Cross also is on too many characters to just nerf it like that. It's on Ryuzaki, it's on Kai, it's on
Taki Sasuke,
Aoyama,
yeah,
it's on,
Ichino,
yeah, true, Ichino has it as well. I believe Taki Sosuke has it, Mikado, or does
yep,
Sosuke have it? I'm not
Sasuke
sure.
has it, yeah.
Yeah, so you can't nerf Britannia Cross without making a lot of other characters that are fine as they are also worse. So she will just be OP. It's the way it is.
Absolutely. You cannot say that. Let's talk about Mahoro.
Yeah, the next wood element player with a level 3 defense.
They decided to give him dashes. I didn't test him. I haven't tested him yet. Um, but from what I've seen, he seems a little bit strong now.
He
Like pretty much, he's equal with Tenmas because it's A plus guard. He also because he was always bad up partner. He's I would say now the best partner. If you maybe you can still
he's
make some use of drill, but now that he has dashes, people were mainly playing drill because of firstly how tall he is, but Mahor is just as tall as him, and then they were playing because of the foot block. Okay, Mahor does not have this, but he's equal with Tenma, which drill is not. And then they were playing drill because of the Wapam dashes. And now, how do we fix this? We give Mahoro dashes. Let's go. Now, this change is just bad. I don't think there is anything good about it.
Yeah, drill is just completely eliminated from the meta. There is no reason why you would ever play drill now, because Mahoro does everything he does, just better, minus the shot block, but most people play drill on the wing anyways. Let's not forget Mahoro beats deep jungle. He doesn't tie with it, he beats deep jungle, every single jungle user. He beats Kesh and Torb. He is tied with S plus guard Kirino. He is tied with
No, he
no.
loses to S plus guard
Oh
Kirino
no,
and
he
Kinok.
loses. Wait, I forgot he has S body. I meant he beats unsupplied Kirino, I believe.
Yes.
Um, he is tied to Kai, as we already said before, and he's also tied to Fractal House. So, and he beats. I'm very sure he beats every single Perfect Tower user as well, because
Yes.
Perfect Tower is wind element, so he gets one type advantage by default. So he's just really, really good. You can even use him as a mid chainer because he has extend zone, and you can use him, as Caleb already said, as a butt up partner. There is no reason to not play butt up as offensive midfield and Mahura as a striker. It's so good. Butt up can literally pass 90% of meta players anyways, or at least tie with them. And now Mahoros there can dash. You can use him as a forward, score goals with him, beat all the defenders using Dimension Cut because he's in a similar situation as Shu, and it being wood element doesn't really change the matchups. He still beats everyone. So it's just very, very strong. And honestly, even without bot up, there's a limited amount of reasons to not just play Mahoro.
Absolutely true. Like you can just combine him Kitaki, Tenma, Mahoro. And on top of that, Kitaki and Mahoro can chain. If you see maybe Tachimuka Imagine or Shinuyama, you can score with either Kitaki or Mahoro pretty much because Wapam, they have double elemental advantage and okay kickstats. Like if you double chain, easy go, no matter what.
Let's not forget that Tachi Margin is currently the best
The best one.
goalkeeper in the game, and even with all the changes that came to Sigma, it essentially only made him stronger because he is the goalkeeper that has the least amount of new disadvantages against him with how the meta is evolving in Sigma with all the changes. So
Yeah,
you can
true.
essentially just chain with the full no mesh team and be sure to score against the best goalkeeper in the game. So Mahoro is just very, very good, and I don't think limiting his TP can help with that as well. He's just really awesome.
Yeah, that's just the proof that you cannot give every character dashes and call it a day.
Yeah, imagine killer fields with dashes. That would be absolutely horrendous. I don't want to imagine that.
Yep, true. Huh.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Yeah, Fractal House, the new defense technique that was supposed to be a replacement for Deep Jungle or Perfect Tower and his users. We've got this fat guy who you can see on screen right now. We
Wally.
we have another fat guy who has yellow glasses instead of the regular ones. We've got
Mhm.
Straw who can use it, who is this one, and we have also got Smile, who is by far the best defender out of all of them to use Fractal House with. Now, Fractal House has one major disadvantage, and that is the elements.
True. However, the problem is that it does not counter Tenma, so pretty much this does not help you in any way. We already said this game is based around Tenma. It's not around Kidaki. It's not around Shu. It's not around Kishibe. It's just around Tenma. That's why we play Deep Jungle. However, good point of Fracture House is that you can, of course, combine it with Deep Jungle. And if you do so, you pretty much have a very good team because Strau has a dribbling to uncharge. He's just as tall as Kazemaru adult. So he's very nice, just no dashes. Smiley has, I'm pretty sure Strau and Smiley both have S plus guard now.
All of
At
them have
least in
S plus
the
guard. All of them.
yeah. No, Kimura still has B plus.
Oh,
Um,
oh right, Kimoto can use it too. I forgot about that.
so pretty much, if they all have S plus, okay. Smiley is feeling okay because she can start even a chain, so you can use her as maybe a different kind of a wing. Because she can stop Zanark, which is huge. Zanark, especially on the wing, he was untouched, but now there are characters that can counter him. And the good thing about this Hisatsu is just you can stop Kitaki because you Rico with him, you can Biko with Mahoro, you can stop Badab.
I mean,
But one we
technically,
nail, one food adult, and you're dead.
yeah, I've actually played a match against Marinu. I haven't been able to record that one because I forgot it was like midnight. And he said he thought that Fractal House was really strong. So in my team on the Sigma mod, I do have Winel for everyone that just actually plays Fractal House. And all I needed to do really, aside from the fact that I just trolled with Rococo and Urvida trying to chain against Tachi, was just spam Winel. I used Wienel as my only no-meshing forward in the second half and scored like 4 goals, I think. Because Wienel is just the absolute fractal house destroyer. But against the likes of Deep Jungle, he does nothing. The other problem with Wienel is normally if you don't play Deep Jungle and Fractal House, as you just suggested, Caleb, you play one combi defense move, let's say Fractal House, and then you put a single defender. Now let's imagine that the best 3 single defenders for that would be Torb, Teres, and probably Onizuka. Or Karya if you want even more wood element, but that would be pretty stupid to play. So Karya, even despite having S plus guard now, loses to Wienel. Teres loses to Wienel. Onizuka loses to Wienel. Torb only ties in Keshin form with Wienel, but as soon as you Miximax Torb to counter, I don't know, let's say Arta Tenma, well, Wienel passes and destroys your whole defense. So,
Mhm.
it's just generally, you can kind of say the same about Deep Jungle with Kitaki, because he also beats every Deep Jungler, but then again, in Deep Jungle you have Torb, who, if everything goes wrong, you mix and max Torb, and you have one more player who is tied with Kitaki, and you also have the single defender like Onizuka, who ties with Kitaki, or now Teres with a level 3 Iron Wall, who beats Kitaki. But
Mhm.
for Wienel having 100 move power, if you don't have any deep jungler, he is very close to unstoppable, despite being nerfed to Gauge.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that. Uh, I think Fracture House is okay as it is right now. I didn't think they will make the shield block. I just think it doesn't make sense for it to be a shield block. But yeah, sure, if they wanna go for it, it's okay. It's I would say it's nice versus no match because equal with Kiteki Mahoro bad up, you stop bad up. Huge points. However, you also win versus Tenma Arthur, another huge point. But you cannot stop Kishibe, you cannot stop Tenma. The moment somebody switches to play that, you're dead. However, they have a guard key user, Kimoru. He's nice. Even if you decide to buff him to A plus guard, he actually becomes very nice. He ties with Tenma X Arthur, which is good point. But outside of that, I'm pretty sure his matchups are not that great. Huh.
Well, I mean, with A plus guard, he loses. I guess he can tie with Kazana Drive Tenma, and he can tie
Yes.
with Arthur Tenma as well. He
Yep.
still beats Zanark, I believe, because he gets one type advantage and the move power advantage.
Yeah,
Well,
true.
against one stat advantage. So Kimura, even with A plus guard, isn't that bad. Can be quite useful.
It's situationally good. However, somebody that got affected by this defense being added, at least for the beta test, I tried Dan Day from Destructors and he felt very nice now that he actually has somebody to counter. He just felt like Cleven jungle, of course.
Yeah, makes sense. I
And he
mean,
gives body key, huge.
he does, but also with Fractal House, if Fractal House becomes popular, I think there's just Keishibe as a better dashing option. You always have Raiman Tenma and Kinako who are very strong. And then you have another player who, in my opinion, is completely overbuffed, which is Urvida. Which
Oh
is
yeah.
Urvida is the last person that I personally want to talk about in this episode because Urvida just got so many buffs that make her, and I don't see any reason to not use her, and even I use her as a body key giver, no matter if I play no mesh or chain, despite her not even having dashes.
Yeah, she felt absolutely amazing to play. The fact that they gave her S plus body on top of S kick and now a chain option, and she keeps her S charge time. Crazy. I don't even want to know. Like I tried her in an S charge time team with chains. It's just mind blowing. It's so good. Like she cannot stay that way. That's bad balancing. Yeah, you don't have dashes. Sure, your chain is weak to Tajmuk, I imagine. Okay, but you fixed what made her bad, and you buffed what made her bad, and now she's just everywhere. Why would you need a Kinaku? Why
Yeah,
would you need Tenma even if you wanna don't play Tenma? Like now you have her, and she's, I would say, very close to them. If not, she's better than them.
let's not forget she also ties with Deep Jungle, with every single Deep Jungle member. She loses to Cash and Torb, but she also ties Miximax Torb. So she just has
Yeah,
a
Tenma
lot
Arthur
of,
matchups.
yeah, it's exactly, it's like Tenma Arthur. So, and the fact that she gives body keys, so I think if you play 8 body with her, I don't think there's any matchup that you're really fucked against. Because either you play her as a mid chainer probably, or a chain finisher if you see your opponent is playing like Rococo, or you just play her on the wing because she can go through Kinako on even keys, she can go through S plus guard Kirino, she can go through Tayo, she can go through Zanark, she can go through any Mixi defender, I believe, except for, well, Torb.
Yep.
So, or S plus guard Tenshu. But yeah, she's just really awesome, and I think her having Goj S is just what makes her super OP. I mean, Goj S A chain teams were already meta in Extreme 2.0, and most people were using Raymond 1 Goenji and Somioka, or Raymond 1 Goenji and Minamisawa. But I think now, instead of Minamisawa or Somioka, you can just play Urvida. Even in the first half, she can be so good, because even in first half she has lots of good matchups with her dribbling and now S plus body.
Yep. She's just very good. Like she felt broken, but in the same time, she's a girl. She doesn't have dashes. Blah blah blah.
And that's really the only thing holding her down. If she had dashes, she might be top 10 players in the game.
She would have been the best body key user in my opinion. If not 10
Yeah,
max, sure.
that is
Let's see.
definitely true. Okay. Is there anyone else you want to talk about, Caleb?
Let me look pretty quick. Did they change anybody else?
Well, Rococo now has S plus kick, which he didn't have before, and he can chain with X Blast, which is just a fun gimmick. Nothing
Yeah,
too
that one is
strong.
just weird, but
Well,
eh,
Belzebu
I
got a
don't know.
dribbling and got nerfed to being shit at dribbling.
Yeah, they fixed that. They gave him A plus.
Oh, they gave him a plus, okay. Well,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
you
better.
need the neo save file so you can
I
do it.
do, I just haven't looked at Belzebu. Okay, that makes him interesting. I might use him then.
Yeah, he can go through Onizuka. I think he could go through Onizuka even before,
Yeah, he could.
but now he can also go through Teres. Or is he equal?
Uh,
Um,
I believe he can go. No,
should
he's
be
equal.
equal.
He's
Yeah, he
equal
should be
because
equal.
Gardas favor the matchups.
So pretty much he's fine. You can play him with S plus body in the second half. I think it's cool. Like you lose to deep jungles. Um, you've got a defense that you can be either equal to Fudo Adult or and Kiteki, which is great, great, great.
Also, Mahoru.
Somebody they asked me about, and you wouldn't believe who it is, was Tsurugi. They asked me, what if we buff Kokichi Monchi to have as much power as Fran reverse shot?
What the fuck? I mean, on one hand, there would be a cool buff for Tsurugi, but at the other hand, why the fuck would you do that?
That's what I said. It's cool, but it's not needed. Like, give him moves.
I mean, it's literally cash and power if it is. Imagine just being able with Tachimukai as the best goalkeeper in the game and Kikuichi Monji being buffed to the same base power of Great Max Naure or uh, Chaos
Chaos
Meteor.
Meteor. Yeah.
It's like, imagine your opponent plays Tachimukai. What reason do you have to not just shoot with Kikuichi Monji?
Little to none.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I
Pretty much. But just give him moves.
yeah
Give
maybe
him a
he'll
dribbling, give him a defense, and he's fixed. You need to, and that's what Sigma is doing, giving characters some moves. And yeah, they gave him the shot of Snark Domain, not Snark Domain. What was it? Kiwa Barreto, something like that, with
yeah,
Shindo.
Hinabara Barreto, yeah.
Yeah, that one is cool. Now he has a long shot, but you need a partner, so pretty much nothing. Um, but yeah, Sigma is there just to give characters AI moves. Just give him an AI voice line and give him some random dribbling, and he'll be nice. Maybe a defense, okay, he'll be even better.
I yeah, I think the main problem is that Tsurugi just I don't remember a single game where Tsurugi learned a dribble move. Uh, but yeah, I guess there's so many new moves added. I guess it wouldn't hurt to just give him, I don't know, heat tackle or spark edge dribble or anything like that. I think if he got a level 2 defense and a level 2 dribbling, he would be pretty cool actually.
Yeah, I can see that pretty much. I don't know what defense or his status he has in the 3DS
Oh,
games.
only shots. He only has shots, literally.
Only shots.
In
So
all of them, in all of the Go games, he only has shots. In Go 1, it's Death Sword, Death Drop, Great Blaster, and Fire Tornado Double Drive. In Go 2, it should be a Death Sword, Death. Oh no, he has Devil Burst, not Great Blaster. In Go 1, my bad. And I think he has those same moves in Chrono Stones as well.
mhm.
And in Galaxy, he has
Bicycle
Bicycle
Sword.
Sword. I don't know if he learns Black Dawn or if that is Matatagi. Actually, I'm not sure about his Go 3 moveset, but I have done a Let's Play and I know that motherfucker did not have a dribbling.
Mhm.
Uh, I can actually look that up right now if he ever had any dribblings, else we could just find some that makes sense. Yeah, and
Uh,
in Go 3 he just had Bicycle Sword, Devil Burst, Fire Tornado Double Drive, and the Earth Infinity.
mhm.
So,
If it has to be a dribbling to make sense and to be fun, I would love him to get what was the name of the level 3 Kurosaki dribbling?
Round Spark.
Round Spark. This one will be crazy good. S plus Body Tsurugi
Oh, hell no.
versus Kirinu, Deep Jungles.
Yeah, I'm
Oh
kinda
my
scared of that.
gosh.
That's why he said a level 2 dribbling would probably be fine.
But without the defense, it will be cool. Because without the Mixigao gate, you're fucked. It
Yeah.
will be a lot of fun. But yeah, anything else, I don't know. Pretty much, um, some of the changes they made for me personally are just out there. Like, I don't care about them. Like, Meizu dashes S plus body. In my opinion, that's not needed. You don't need to buff him. You're giving S plus to way too many characters like Uvida, Kai. Mahoro Dash is it's not even S plus, but it's
Actually,
still
I'd have a cool idea since uh Tsurugi gets the Miximax with Okita, right?
yes.
I think in the anime he's called a lightning speed striker. Why not give him lightning axle? I think he
Oh
could
yeah, that one will be
I
cool.
think he could still uh do some damage to Sakuma if he wanted to. And just give him like lightning axle and some weird defense technique. I don't know which ones are in the game actually, because I thought of Photon Flash for no reason, but
Oh yeah, it's in the game, yeah.
or just give him, I don't know, there's so many you could give him, big scissors just for no reason. I mean, Hazard's tactics are added all the time for no reason, so why not?
Pretty much. If they give him something, whatever it is, just don't make useless changes. Useless changes are not what you need to do as with design notes. Yeah, you can buff the lower characters. Those are not useless changes. Those are okay changes, but True getting defense, Mahoro getting dashes, Kai S plus guard. Those are changes that massively, heavily, I don't know what else word to say, extremely, because we're playing extreme, get the
Wow.
game to a point where it's not good for the health and for the, how do I say it? If you're watching a game and you're expecting some players to pop up, maybe some random like Ryuzaki, like maybe to see Belzevo versus Keyword Fields, and then you only see Kai, and you're asking yourself, bro, why am I seeing this guy? And then the whole explanation is, bro, he's OP. Why wouldn't you use him? Just not cool, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I can agree with that. It's, I don't know, kinda dead, if you know what I mean.
Yes, absolutely. So pretty much, I think that's it.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching this episode of the Great Blood Blaster podcast, and I hope we're gonna see y'all whenever we decide to upload a new episode. Bye bye.
Bye bye.